Today's Cowboys Report is sponsored by True Classic. I'm rocking one of their incredibly comfortable polos, and if you need to upgrade your wardrobe, use True Classic. 25% off with promo code CHAT over at trueclassic.com/chat. Link will be in the comment section and the description of today's show, which focuses on 7 sleeper players for the Dallas Cowboys. Guys that, frankly, might not even make the team, but could have a surprise impact in the way we've seen Cowboys players have in recent years. The extreme example was rookie. No first-year guys on my list this time around, but Deron Bland, big-time sleeper. Israel Mukuamu, a sleeper last year, who, you'll see what happens on the show. First up, Simi Fehoko. He had a strong minicamp, strong OTAs, playing neck and neck alongside Jalen Tolbert, part of that second wide receiver group. It was Lamb, Cooks, and Gallup. Fehoko, Tolbert, and Turpin. Not much of a career impact so far for the height, weight, speed prospect, which is always a guy you want to gamble on. He's been banged up, missed some time last year with a shoulder issue. 3 catches for 24 yards. That is it in his career. But God forbid, knock on wood, if there's an injury to this wide receiver room among your top 3 guys, Lamb, Cooks, or Gallup, or if Gallup struggles again, look, you saw Noah Brown play a much bigger role than, frankly, he should have been asked to, was ready to, but he played it nonetheless. That could be Fehoko this year. If he can impress on special teams, I think he will end up making this Cowboys roster. Kind of in the same vein as sleepers here. Who do you think is the singular most underrated player on this entire Cowboys roster? Drop that player name for me in the comment section right now. We'll stay on offense here. How about Peyton Hendershot? He was a UDFA last year. He made the team and showed some flashes. And he brings better athletic ability upside, not so much compared to Luke Schoonmaker, but compared to Jake Ferguson. He's a better athlete in that category. 11 catches, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns. Did have the occasional drop issue that's got to be sorted out, but there are some fun plays by that young Cowboys duo. And I think if you're going sleeper side, well, Hendershot's the third of the group, right? Schoonmaker is a second-round pick. Ferguson was the leader incumbent among the group this past year. So Hendershot, who does have some playmaking ability, I think fits in that sleeper mold. And you can make an argument, although I doubt he's going to win the argument, that he's the best tight end on this Cowboys team. So let's have that argument. Who do you think is the best one of these 3? Sorry, Sean McEwen. LS for Luke Schoonmaker, JF for Jake Ferguson, PH for Peyton Hendershot. It is the pinned comment on today's video. If you get that ad break here by chance on YouTube, ignore the ad, let it play, whatever. Go vote and argue politely in the comments. Let's go to defense here. Israel Mukuamu. I'm very curious to see what type of role he played here, because he did a bit of everything over the course of his career. He's played at times in college outside corner. He's played free safety. He's played strong safety. And this past year in the playoffs, kind of found a role as a nickel corner safety hybrid type of player. Had a fantastic game against the Bucs in particular. The numbers are not eye-popping, but you're talking 19 games played, the vast majority on special teams. I'll take my victory lap here. I think I was right. Uncommon Tom win. I had Israel Mukuamu graded above Nashawn Wright coming out of their draft classes. And I think we would all agree we trust and like Mukuamu more than Nashawn Wright at this moment. And I think Mukuamu is going to make that team as that. Maybe he in the end is your super 6th defensive back, right? Sorry, Jordan Lewis is your top backup overall, but Deron Bland still plays nickel. Mukuamu, if there's an injury, he's the first guy that goes in either at nickel and Deron Bland shifts outside the corner, or he plays safety if there's an injury there. I think that might be the role for Mukuamu this upcoming year. Today's show is made possible by True Classic. Get 25% off your order with promo code CHAT over at trueclassic.com/chat. It's not just about the polos or the button-downs or the Henleys. They've got comfort jeans. They're super comfortable, by the way. I have a pair. Chinos, active shorts, shirts, and joggers for anyone who wants to look good, feel good, and play good in the process. True Classic makes some of the best clothes that are ultra soft, perfectly fitted, and affordable as well. Don't forget to use promo code CHAT, C-H-A-T, at trueclassic.com/chat to get 25% off your order. Whether you're a bigger guy, a skinnier guy, somewhere in between, they actually fit properly from your arms to your chest down to your waist. Everything just looks and feels the way it's supposed to feel, and it's not built for a guy with a six-pack abs and tight arms. It's better. It's a better fit, better feel. 25% off your order at trueclassic.com/chat with promo code chat. Free shipping, over $100 on purchases. Links in the comments and the description of today's show. Back to the offense. How about Matt Farniok? Not a name we've spent that much time on in the past, but when OTAs began, it was Matt Farniok who was getting the run at left guard. It was Tyler Smith at left tackle, Tyron Smith at right tackle. Farniok has not played very much. Subbed in early last year, then got hurt. Didn't do very well. The numbers are really bad. But everything I've heard is that this Cowboys team likes him. That the organization is high on what Matt Farniok can offer as the potential left guard, and they think he can potentially play any spot on the offensive line. So if you do roll with your quote-unquote best 5 offensive linemen, and inevitably, when Tyron Smith gets hurt, maybe Matt Farniok ends up being the guy who gets the first crack at the left guard job as he battles guys like Awesome Richards, Chuma Adoga, maybe even Matt Waletzko as well. We'll know more come Cowboys training camp time, which you guys have to be subbed for because we're going to have all of the best videos for you. YouTube.com/@CowboysTV. Free Cowboys videos every single day, sometimes multiple times per day when you are subbed. Jabril Cox is next up. You know what's going to come. Don't comment it yet. You'll get your chance here. He has done very little over the course of his career. A player that I liked a lot coming out of LSU. I'm like, this is my coverage linebacker, which Dallas has safeties playing that now because they care about safeties. Makes me so happy. Hasn't done much. 8 tackles, ups and downs last year. Wasn't quite right. Everything coming out of the Cowboys is very positive on Jabril Cox. Enough to take over Damone Clark's job? No, probably not. But in light of injuries, knock on wood, alongside DeMarvion Overshown, or just being a good backup for this Cowboys, in which as a 4th-round pick is a good outcome still as a draft pick. You're not always going to end up with a Dak person. You're lucky to get a Charles Tapper. If you get a good backup in between, still a solid pick. I am allowing myself to once again get excited for Jabril Cox. So, everyone spam Cox out in the comment section if, like me, you're excited about a potential rise for Cox this season. I know exactly what I do when I say that stuff. I know exactly what I'm doing. All right, Rico Dowdle, the under-the-radar running back option. He made the roster last year. Don't forget that. Then he got hurt because he just can't stay healthy. Here's what Mike McCarthy had to say about Rico Dowdle. Let's not forget what Rico did when he played. He and Malik are very similar. They're 2 young backs. When they get their opportunities, they produced. He had hip injury in 2021, and he's fully recovered. That will be a very competitive room. Been a very small sample size for Dowdle, actually beyond the preseason. Been at his best in the preseason, and that's what's worth monitoring here. That running back room is open. It's Tony Pollard, RB1. Beyond that, you got 4 guys, 5 if you count kind of a fullback more type, and Hunter Lipke fighting for 2, maybe 3 spots. This Cowboys team has liked Rico Dowdle. He offers you some special teams, even as a potential return man if you need it. So it's a pivotal offseason, but I think he's often the last on the list. I wanted to give him some love. The defense, Chauncey Golston. Don't forget about him either, even with the Junior Fehoko pick. Oh, by the way, fun random fact here. Obviously, it's Viliami Fehoko is his full name. Junior is his last name, or he's a junior. Well, turns out Simi Fehoko is also a junior. They are not related, but there are technically 2 Junior Fehokos on this team. Anyway, back on track, things that people actually care about. Golston. The numbers do not pop off the screen. A couple TFLs, sack here or there, a couple QB hits. He was much improved as a run stopper this year. And my expectation for this defensive tackle room, Osa's your 3 technique. Mozzie's your 1 technique. Hankins probably makes it as the backup 1. And Golston and Fehoko play that kind of hybrid 5-3 technique. They can do some inside, outside stuff for you. And that role is going to be key for Dan Quinn this year. It gives them some chess piece flexibility on that front 4. So don't sleep on Golston quite yet. That is the end of this video. If you made it all the way to the end, you are a real one. Spam DC4L in the comments section, and we'll give some love to everyone who does, because you guys are awesome. You made it all the way to the end of this video.